At the confluence of the three rivers is Acrisure Stadium. Early season momentum at stake here as we have a Week 2 clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Virginia Tech Hokies and the Pittsburgh Panthers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe joins from the sideline with an injury report.
Hey guys, I caught up with Coach Narduzzi before the game. They have a lot of confidence in their backup this week. He was able to come in for their injured starter last week and have a very productive game. They like how he read the defense, how he got guys in and out of plays, so they are expecting to be able to really count on him here today in this big game. I'll keep you posted on how comfortable he looks starting out the first quarter. Back to you.
Holly, we'll see what kind of problems that might cause. The Hokies ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Looking for blockers. The coverage team maintains its discipline, not much doing on that return. So Pittsburgh's offense will go on the attack first. And this sophomore wide receiver is a playmaker. At over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown in their victory last time out.
And this receiver, when we talked about him in the preseason, he was up on all the lists, right? One of the best in the country, makes his QB better, and he has not disappointed. I think he's better than we thought he was, and he was already one of those guys we were talking about. So Palmer looks a little bigger, maybe a little bit stronger, but making his quarterback look good.
Well, he told us yesterday he thought he had his best offseason that he's had since playing college football. And he said, because of the success I had a year ago, I knew I was going to get double-teamed more this season. I had to be ready for it. And early this year, he has been just that. Nobody has an answer for this guy.
And he's brought down after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's Banks. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. Pitt will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. On the return. The solid return there really sets up this offense nicely. The Hokies offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And they're trusting this transfer senior quarterback to get things going. Just a miserable game in that loss last time out, throwing 5 interceptions. They'll start on the ground with Quentin Joyner. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
Working that left side. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. They'll give it to Joyner. There he goes. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone. And the Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. Now from inside the red zone. Going for 6. Incomplete. He was going for the touchdown.
Some QBs see it right off the jump, believe what they see, and they go in and they go for it regardless. And I think right there, he knew where he wanted to go with the football, and and he missed, but it looked like to me he was forcing it a little bit too much.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Wants to throw. It's Hope. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he's in, pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. 60-yard touchdown drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And he'll return it and try to get behind his block. Just keeps moving.
Kick returners just have to do a better job knowing where they are on the field and what the situation is. That's a ball you got to let go through the end zone. That's a touchback. Instead, you're trying to be the hero, and now you've done yourself more harm than good. The offense starting in terrible field position.
The run inside. It's Smith. All over him immediately.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Second down, gonna throw it. Rushes on. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. Pitt will have to boot this one away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Good coverage on that one, and they get him almost immediately. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Back to throw, it's Hope. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Quentin Joyner. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run. The Hokies will hustle to the line. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man in the middle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And the Hokies looking to convert on 4th down. They'll go with Joyner. And they'll make the tackle for no gain, get the stop, and get the ball back.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, if you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field.
Makes a grab and room to run. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. The Panthers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Running inside, it's Smith. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. And
those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Right side, it's Overton. Turns it on in midfield. How about that play? Getting a huge chunk of yardage to wrap up the first quarter, and that's how we'll end it and head to the second. That's it for this period, and it's Virginia Tech on top. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Hand off to Joyner. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Clock stops as Virginia Tech calls its first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Right back to the well. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? To throw, it's Croman Hope. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. The Hokies will try to pin them back with the punt.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls off.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Incomplete, a 50-50 ball won by no one that time.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Almost had the completion, just missed it. Pitt will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He gets it away from his own end zone. Slips through the line. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more...
It's a seam wide open. Inside the touchdown, Hokies. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. We're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working.
Makes the grab in their space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Gives it. Got a little space. Turning it on. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And that is just an attitude run. Running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Wide receiver going in motion. Out wide left, it's McCray. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Banks. Throws to the wideout. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
He's got an open man. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Tough run here. It's Smith. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Long way to go on 2nd down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Send the tight end in motion. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Oh, pressure's coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And he was held in check in game 1, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Out wide right, it's McCray. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a 4th down. Virginia Tech wants to take a moment. They call their 2nd timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Now the lead is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Here's Joyner to begin the drive. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Handoff again.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue into him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Looking to throw, it's Croman Hope. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. And the Hokies will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 30. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. The give is to Smith. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Third and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Timeout called by Virginia Tech. That's their third and final one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Quarterback by himself in the backfield, making the adjustment. Fresh set of downs going up top. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Dropping back, it's Croman Hoke. This one's complete. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Looking deep. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their third possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it deep.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time on target. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. Drops back on first down. Moving out to the right. Fires downfield. Right side, it's Buchanan. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. The Panthers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Hokies offense to start this possession. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
You just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
On third down, here's Quentin Joyner. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
And that's got to be so frustrating for this defense, man. He's already over 100 yards. Like, they're going to continue to feature him, especially on third down. And so far, this defense, they can't find the answer. They can't get him to the ground.
He's going to let it go. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Looking for more room. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. What a huge call there. They had the turnover. Instead, the roughing the passer call takes it all away. Tight end now in motion. Here's a give to Joyner.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Back to pass, it's Croman Hope. Out wide right, it's Joyner. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that.
And it's frustrating because you go into half, and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, you've seen whole this is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out. First drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
Breaks into the open. Inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14. That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. Driving forward, it's Smith. Could be in. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And the Panthers have it with a 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Pitt. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
They've got him corralled.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He gets a block. Finally pushed out of bounds at the 45, and what good field position after that return. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Here on the Virginia Tech sideline, there is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll move the tight end. Looking downfield, it's Croman Hope. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here when it's kind of a...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that. This guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
Man, it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smarter.
Second and long here. Quick give. It's Smith. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Smith takes the handoff. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Going for the big play. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Pitt will have to boot this one away. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. Making his first move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Sets his feet. It's Croman Hope. He'll take the deep shot. They went for it all on 1st down. Didn't connect, but it gave the D something to think about.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the deep.
They've got a 1st down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. The Hokies want to crank the tempo. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Looking for the edge. Maybe some room here. Might have gone into that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the 1st down. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll run it. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he's stopped at the 14. Pittsburgh sends out the offense to start this drive. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Following the play, there is a Pitt Panther slow to get up. The Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air, it's Banks. Throws to the tight end. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
Man, if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Under pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Snapped on fourth down. Fires to the right. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The Panthers are in the hurry-up.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
And you want to know why this team is losing? Look no further than this statistic, guys.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Needs it here on fourth down. Gonna take a shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Hokies. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And what a fantastic job by the defense there on that fourth down. They understand, obviously, having a big lead. The offense is going to go for it, and they're going to have to throw. Everybody on defense has their eyes on the QB. They're able to jump in front of the pass, take it in for a touchdown, build their lead, and that essentially seals this game. They're going to go home with a W.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Pitt Panthers offense out there to go on the attack. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Maybe picked up a couple as he gets to the 14. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Now third and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. To the air, it's Banks. Trying to escape and get it himself. At the 20, he's got space.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first one.
Leaping grab for a big gain. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. This Pitt offense has been clicking on this drive. Quarterback keeps it. Hit and stops right there. Not much on that pickup. A 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. They'll send the tight end in motion. Second down to the air. Left side is sacked. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up for the first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. caught, it's sacked. He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds at the 19. And the Panthers have moved it inside the 20. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Incomplete, and they got a hand on that right at the line of scrimmage.
And that's just the kind of game it's been.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Look out! They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now, because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much. We're up. This game's over after that missed fourth down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the fourth quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Changing the routes with his receiver. Drops back. It's Croman Hoke. Fires to the tight end. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. And the Hokies moving quickly to the line.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the fourth quarter and maximizing possessions, and they've put touchdowns on the board. They've done a great job. Nice last play, too. Keep that momentum going and get out of here with the win.
Fresh setter downs going to the air. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it.
And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.